I'm your host, T. Mitchell Bell, here at Acoustic Songs Live from the WNJR studios, and we have in the studio today Jordan Umbach, a local singer-songwriter from here in Washington. How you doing, Jordan?
Hey, I'm doing real good.
Good.
Thanks for having me, Mitch.
Thank you for coming in. And Jordan was on before, and he's got some new material, and wanted to come on and share it with us. And what do you want to do for us, Jordan?
The first song I'll do is one I wrote last year, and I grew up since when I can remember playing baseball. So when I was 21, I decided it was time to write a song about playing baseball here in Washington and Peters Township. So this one is simply called Baseball. There was a game we were taught, from Mickey Mantle to the glove we got. Learned how to throw, watched our father's hands. So Griffey Jr. from outfield stands. Didn't care for books, money or fame, like throwing the ball in a light spring rain, the dugout shade, the girls in the sun. Like playing baseball in the town where I come from. Little League Joe DiMaggio, daydreaming out the school window. Couldn't wait to play man under them lights, to be the talk of the town one of those nights. Didn't care for books, money or fame, like throwing the ball in a light spring rain, the dugout shade, the girls in the sun. Like playing baseball in the town where I come from. Where we learned how to chew, thought we knew how to brag. Well, you can catch the ball, you gotta plow the tag. Now those kids out there, they look so young. Walk with the summertime girls when the game's done. Well, I should get about a bucket, bring the truck around after I get off work before that sun goes down. Well, didn't care for books, money or fame, like throwing the ball in a light spring rain, the dugout shade, where the girls in the sun. Like playing baseball in that town where I come from. Like playing baseball in that town where I come from. The town where we come from. The town where we come from.
That's really catchy. I'm like, my foot's just going, you know, like I think I'll probably be hearing it on the way home. Cool.
Nice.
Cool.
It's always the goal until it drives people crazy. So.
Yeah. So did you play for the Indians, the Peters Township Indians, or
well,
were you?
I grew up. We did t-ball through like Bronco League, Little League there, where you had like all the hats from the professional teams were like the Los Angeles Dodgers, and when I was like 12, so it was cool. And then obviously Washington has the Pony League baseball, and then high school baseball. So I don't know. I thought it was time that I read a song about something I've done a lot in my life. So
that's cool.
There it was.
So the Pony World Series was always a big thing, you know, happening here.
Right. I mean, it was always. I don't know. It's kind of like a magical time when you're about 14 years old. So for everyone involved here. So
that's true, and it didn't. Like, I didn't know what a big deal it was when we had it, you know. Then
right.
the kind of home of pony baseball. Washington, PA.
It's on the sign.
So what have you been up to since the last? I think the last time you were in, you had released your CD, Silhouette of Steel, all right, and then that was probably before the Mercy.
Yeah,
CD,
we
right?
in 2010 I got a grant from the state to do a heritage themed album that concentrated on like working class themes and racial equality as well. And I took some of the songs that I did off of Silhouette of Steel and I included them on Mercy, like the song Silhouette of Steel and the song Marie were two of them. And then I also wrote new songs for that album. I interviewed a few steel workers from Washington Steel, and I came up with a song. There's a guy, his name was Bill, and he was about maybe 83 years old, and he was a really interesting guy, so I wrote, it's called Bill's Song, about a guy who worked 35 years in a month in a mill, and he emphasized the month, so he knew how long he worked. And so I did that, and then I went to Point Park last year in 2011, 2012, and then I've been writing new songs and just trying to write from the heart and about experiences I've had and stuff like that.
Yeah, I grew up thinking I was going to work in the mill. You know, I came out of high school and
Yeah.
And my buddy from high school, his grandfather he was in charge of maintenance or something at the Jessup, and get a summer job, and they paid really well. I don't seem to remember. I don't know how much it was, but back then it was like a lot of money. Whatever it was like you get paid how much, to sweep floors. It was like that type of thing.
My grandpa worked in a mill too for a long, long time. Now he's retired, and so that's kind of maybe what got me interested in writing about those themes too.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, there's I don't know, there's like nothing like that around now when you think about it, like the type of industry, you can't really, I guess it's
right.
Shopping malls or something.
Yeah, I guess.
Retail. Oh man. Well, hey, so you were we were talking a little bit about your future plans. You spent some time down in Nashville, right?
Yep. Heading down this looks like the 6th of February, so it's
Cool.
gonna be fun. I'm excited about it, even though all my friends and family are here in Washington.
Do you have a place? Do you have something lined up? You got like
so we're getting a little apartment place. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's cool.
it's gonna be fun. I went down. I was telling you before, and we went down there and just went to all the places, all the cover band bars, and then I went to the Bluebird Cafe and played. I was one of like 50 some people that played that night. It's pretty serious there, I guess. You play your one song, you get out, but I was lucky enough to play though, so I was happy. It was a good experience.
And like any night, there's these songwriter circles and open mics everywhere. Like any night of the week, and every place you go.
I'm excited. Yeah, what I always tell people is I'm just gonna go down there and play everywhere I can. You know what I mean? Because I guess it's the best place idea yet I've come up with. Instead of just sitting there writing songs for myself. So that's my idea. So I'm excited about it. It's gonna be fun. I feel like I got some work to do before I go down there. I want to get all my songs together.
I recommended that book to your mom. I hope she picked it up on Amazon. It was about Nashville. It's really cool. It's
Cool.
You got like all the contacts and people and record companies and stuff that if I moved down there I would probably be doing. But
Neat.
yeah, it's but it has all the open mic type things, all the songwriter things, all the publishers, and all how all that stuff works. And I forget the name of the title of the book, but when I was down there, it just seems like a really creative place to be. Everybody's in some something to do with the music industry, whether it's the songwriters or the performers, the artists, I guess they call them, like, you know, the songwriter and then the artist, because you're writing a song for an artist,
Right.
or you're both, you know. And then you've got like all the other infrastructure that's there, the touring infrastructure. Like my buddy works for a video. He worked for like a video, you know, the big video screens when they go out at a concert.
Yeah, yeah.
And that was his job, was to go on tour, you know, and tour with all these artists and recording studios galore. I mean, they're everywhere, you know. So
Oh, I know.
it's,
So
yeah.
I'm really excited about it. It's gonna be really fun. So
Cool. So do you want to do another tune?
yeah, sure.
Cool. In case you just joined us, we have Jordan Umbach here in the studio. It's Acoustic Songs Live, and we broadcast every Friday at 1 p.m., and we have 2 hours of roots music from 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock. It's the best roots music in Washington, PA area you're going to hear anytime during the week. And Jordan's going to play another tune for us.
Well, this song is now approaching 5 years old, so this one's an older one of mine. And I started playing it the other day, and I thought I'd play it on the show, and it's called 1965. So here it is. You hear everyone say things get old and people turn gray. How I wish we could stay here now. Your eyes off the cinema screen run through my 3 p.m. dream as we watch this fast world move round. And if we run out of things to do, well, stay close to me, I'll stay close to you. If there were no reality and no more time, well, I could say I wrote you a song in 1965. We can walk through Market Square, home to workers, poets, and endless cares, as we pay our bus fare, complain we're waiting too long. And I could call you on the telephone as we're both working for a raise, dreaming of the weekends in a summer. And if we run out of things to do, well, stay close to me, I'll stay close to you. If there were no reality and no time, well, I could say I wrote you that song in 1965. La 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 la, la 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 la. And if we run, we're out of things to do. Stay close to me, I'll stay close to you. If there were no reality and no more time, well, I could say I wrote you a song in 1965. La 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 la, la la la.
Cool. I always like that song.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's that one, and I think Burning Churches are my two favorites off of that record.
Oh, cool. Yeah, they might be my favorite too right now. I like playing 1965, like, because it kind of encompasses a lot of genres I like. It kind of has a little bit of countryness to it, and it kind of has a folk feel about it as well. And I like playing it from time to time. I feel like it's so old, and in some ways for me, because I started playing in like maybe 2005, and I wrote that in 2008. So maybe for other people it wouldn't seem that long ago, but for me it feels ancient. But I like playing it. So.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's a good song. You should play it. It has that feeling of like you can hear the audience singing along with it.
Yeah, that's always the goal. I just don't like to slam people over the head and say you must clap and you must do the la la la's on it.
I think I saw you one time, and I think everybody started joining in.
I know. I usually spot people in the audience and say, "Can you please do the la la la's and act like I didn't tell you?"
So I'm curious, like, what made you decide to make the move? Was there anything in particular that, like, I should point out you're 21 years old, right? So it's not like it's like
I turned 22, so I'm getting old.
Okay.
So I mean, I think part of the reason was is that, you know what I mean, just getting a new kind of fresh start in music. And in Pittsburgh, it's great music scene, but I don't know. I think I kind of would really relate to the Nashville, just all the stuff that's going on down there. I think it's the best way for me to do my music and possibly get it discovered better probably than the Pittsburgh area, even though I love Pittsburgh, and you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I think after I went down there and I visited it, I was like, man, if I could go like get a do-over or a mulligan, I wish I was 25 and I could go to Nashville.
Yeah, well,
but back then it wasn't like wasn't the thing that people did. It was like, well, I moved to Boston, which is where the indie music was happening at that time. But I had no idea that Nashville was actually so cool.
Yeah, and you did your whole CD there, right?
Yeah, but it's just a cool place. There's a lot. It's a lot of happening. You're gonna have a lot of fun. It's nothing like. There's hipsters there, believe it or not.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like Nashville hipsters. I mean, you don't have people.
Oh yeah, saw them. They're actually there.
You don't walk around with. Everybody doesn't walk around with cowboy hats and cowboy boots on, although you will see that.
Yeah, we went to this saloon saddle or something like that. They had line dancing, and it was very enjoyable. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that every night, but
yeah. But there's everything, like every genre, every kind of music, and everybody is a musician. Your waiter there is like, I mean, it's like everybody is somehow connected. They're like, you'll have a blast. So the other thing, what have you been up to as far as playing around town? Anything going on coming up before you leave in February? Or?
Not officially right now, but we've been one thing exciting is we've been teaching songwriting at Wash Arts, and we also have a recording studio there now too. Okay. And I was telling you before, we have it's in this old like bank vault, and we have the guy that is the guitar instructor, Alex. He's the sound engineer for it, and we're trying to get more people to come in and just record stuff. You know what I mean? It's a really cool looking studio right now because it's kind of in the cave of the new art center. So
and that's down on South Street, right?
Yeah, it's down on South Street, and part of Wash Arts. And over the fall, I've been recording there, and we got one track that's it's pretty much done, and then we have a few more we're gonna add some drums on. So I've been recording there a lot in the fall, and so, you know what I mean? I've been excited with that, but now, with the move.
Yeah, so you have and you have a Pro Tools rig, right? That's
it's all Pro Tools, and it's fun. We actually, speaking of Nashville and stuff, we got some banjo on some of my songs, and I actually played tambourine, which is hilarious because I can't play drums at all. But then we went in and we aligned it to the to the right beats, and make sure everything was squared away. It was played on click track.
Yeah.
Thank God. And but I like it now. It's called I Gotta Work, and we'll have I'll have that one coming out for people to download for free or whatever.
So you learned in any recording engineering then by doing that?
Yeah, I mean, I run the screen a little bit. I mean, it's really easy, but just mixing. I get into mixing. Because you can make stuff sound so different, and it's the same thing being played, and you have to find a mix that's suitable to your work, or because you can mix a song and it can sound completely different than how you intend it to be. So
cool. Well, hey, I'd love it if you could play another tune. Something.
Yeah. This one, this is the one that I'm gonna do off of the Mercy CD that we got the grant to do, and this one's called "Swimming for Freedom," and it's a song about unity. So here it is. Voices from a painful past know that we can flip the hourglass, but we can teach future generations that a race should never divide a nation again. Swim out for freedom, gotta keep moving, oh yeah. Swim out for freedom, Lord, you know we gotta keep moving on. Well, in this small town, walls of bigotry were slow to come down. All white jobs and segregated schools, most folks came together and they made their own rules. Swim out for freedom, gotta keep moving on, yeah. Swim out for freedom, Lord, you know we gotta keep on moving on. On moving on. Voices from a painful past know that we can keep on looking back. Racial profiling shouldn't have a place to run, as we teach our kids how to love, how to love. Swim out for freedom, gotta keep moving on, yeah. Swim out for freedom, well, Lord, you know we got, Lord, you know we got, Lord, you know we got to keep on moving on moving on.
That's cool, man. Like that.
Thank you.
That's a new one? I haven't heard that one.
That one was off the Mercy CD, so it was it's maybe 2-3 years old, and I don't know, just it was based off the Freedom Swimmers at Washington Park Pool in the 60s. They it's a group of people that took a stand for equal rights. So it's kind of a song about that, and I don't try to get too depressing my material. I want to make it entertainment, but have a message at the same time. And that song, "Swimming for Freedom," it's an optimistic song, yet about things that aren't so optimistic.
Yeah. And that's an interesting topic, because I remember that I mean, I remember. I don't remember that in 1965. Obviously, I was a kid, but I do remember there being segregated pools. And
yeah, it's crazy.
And even at that time, and it blows my mind to think about the fact that it was still going on.
Right. I mean, it wasn't even that long ago. I mean, I'm lucky to grow up in this generation where, you know what I mean, everything's a lot better in some ways when it comes to equal rights. But I mean, there's still a long way to go, and that's why I still play this song. Whenever there's not a long way to go, I'll stop playing it. So I'll just play songs about girls. But but I mean, I think it's important for all artists to kind of have songs that maybe about the world and stuff.
Yeah, but you've written, burning churches and stuff like that. You don't pick a topic that's necessarily not controversial or something, or you just you're not afraid to pick a topic like that, and that's cool. That I don't know if that's like Nashville type of stuff. Though.
I'll still play in Nashville. I won't play it all the time, but
there's there's something to be said for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, and
I know in your songs you do a lot of the same things with.
Yeah. So and everybody, it's like there's that group of folks that just wants to hear music. Like just shut up and play the song.
Yeah.
Like, no, sorry.
I like to try to appease those people too, but I mean, you know what I mean? You have to. It would be really boring if you just didn't have any songs about things that you're passionate about. So
look at the Dixie Chicks and what happened to them. They took a stand and they got, they really lost a lot of their audience because of that. But you got to respect them for doing that. And Neil Young, he's always doing stuff like that, and everybody.
Neil Young's basically like the king of that, I would say.
Yeah, yeah. I saw.
People still love. I mean, Neil Young. I mean, he has a lot of songs too that aren't about politics and stuff too, which I like because he balances it really well. Yeah. He has the fun songs and he has the political ones and a lot of other songs. You probably know him better than I do. I'm more of a Bob Dylan fan when it comes to him or Bob Dylan, but
yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't know he was coming to town until like a week before the show, Neil Young, recently. Yeah. And I kicked myself because a lot of people said it was like the best show they saw all year.
I know. My one friend, where I work, he came in. He was just like, I saw Neil Young this weekend. It's made his year, I think. So. And
it was just like old guys cranking their amps up to 11, and jumping around on stage and playing a 20-minute long song.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
it's like 70s all over again. Yeah.
I know. It's pretty cool that so many of those guys are still playing. I wanted to go see Bruce Springsteen, but
I missed
think the
that
tickets kind of sold out before we got a chance.
Well, now it's $100 a ticket, or more. It's insane. I can go on about that, about how that's.
Right.
I don't think you should have to pay more than $40 a ticket at least. I mean, it's like, and I'd still like go to shows for 20 and.
Right.
I mean, there's the Avett Brothers are going to be here in February at
that's awesome.
Capitol Music Hall down in Wheeling, and the tickets are $40, and I mean that's how it should be to me.
Yeah, it's funny because we had this package with the Pirates. They always have their Sky Blast bands, and it's never the bands I necessarily really want to see, but I always go anyway, and it's fun. We saw Boyz II Men this year, and which was hilarious at PNC Park, but they did a really good job. And then we saw Styx, the ultimate Pittsburgh Yinzer band.
Oh yeah,
and they're always good. I saw them before. My dad loved Styx, so we've seen them twice. So I've seen a lot of bands that I like, but I need to see the bands that I love. You know what I mean? That's the next thing on my list of things to do. And,
yeah, I saw Styx at the Civic Arena years ago. Or
yeah.
I think it was at Styx.
They put on a good show, but I mean, I saw John Mellencamp twice, and he's been my idol of music. So at least I got to see him, and I saw Bob Dylan twice.
At the ball field?
Yeah, at the ball field twice. Yeah, we had the one where it was John Mellencamp, Willie Nelson, and Bob Dylan.
Yeah, I was there.
Oh, you were there too. Yeah,
that's right.
I might have saw you there. I don't know.
You did.
And then I saw Bob Dylan 2006 there. So it was way before. And then John Mellencamp at Heinz Hall or something. They were all pretty cool.
That's cool. Well, in case you just joined us, we have Jordan Umbach here in the studio on Acoustic Songs Live, and we broadcast here from the WNJR studios in Washington, Pennsylvania. That's at 91.7 FM on your FM radio dial and streaming at WNJR.org across the internets. And Jordan, do you want to play another tune for us?
Yep, sure.
Cool.
Going with the Nashville theme here. This is one I wrote 3 days ago, and it's just called Tennessee. So I don't know how I'll segue from that to this, but here it is. I've been the boy with a broken heart to the kid with an open dream. X's on my hands at the bar to another beer to drink. I'm talking to a girl from Tennessee, a girl from Tennessee. Well, I thought I ruled my town when I was 16. I carry this guitar around, but I don't got the same team. Talking to a girl from Tennessee, singing about a girl from Tennessee. And my friends all wanna get high. We're talking about the past. Sure, it can get you by. I wanna make something good last with my girl from Tennessee, my girl from Tennessee. And it drives me crazy the way she moves, Carolina wearing cowboy boots. And I played her my song by the sea. Now I'm playing after 12 punks in a row. Is this what I got to show? I pick up my phone and she's calling me. I'm going down to Tennessee, down to Tennessee. I'm going down to Tennessee, I'm going down to Tennessee. It's a short song.
So now we know the real reason why you're going to Tennessee.
Yeah, well, it was my brother's girlfriend actually lives in Nashville, and
oh, okay.
And so I'm kind of talking slightly to the girl from Tennessee too. So
oh, okay. So
yeah, so that's the real reason, I guess.
Is he going there? Is it too, or
no? We went down in the fall, and they met up, and it was a fun time. And then she came here.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
So I don't want to put all of his business out.
No, those long distance romances.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah,
the millions of people that listen to the radio show here.
Yeah, I'm hoping. You know, get more people to tune in. I don't really know how they keep track of that. You know, I'm sure.
Just talk about gossip for the next half hour. Yeah.
Washington gossip.
Yeah.
We could talk about like
Washington. I mean, a lot of people would tune in. I don't know.
Like towny gossip.
Yeah.
We could have what.
Like you hear about the hot dog shop, Shorty's, you know.
Yeah. I heard about that. You hear about that guy down over there? You know, he could do the Pittsburgh Dad thing.
We were just watching that last night, and I can't get enough of that stuff.
I got the DVD. My son got me the DVD for Christmas. So
That's
funny. So I watched about 20 episodes, and then I was like, okay, I'll watch it later, because after a while, it was like, okay. They're so quick, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
they are so quick.
They're
so
like
then like click on the next one, and
like 1 minute little things is like, but
my favorite one is the slip and slide. He's telling his kids not to have the slip and slide in the yard.
Yeah. Hey, he told you could set that up out there. Yeah.
Yeah. Mom's good dishwashing soap.
Wait till she gets home.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's so funny because like. When you see you know it's filmed in Pittsburgh because the houses look exactly like that, you know.
We gotta say, the houses are perfect, and it's always that song, and it kind of reminds me of Johnstown too, where my grandparents live right now. It's kind of the houses are
The ranch house is all, and
yeah.
and the fenced-in galvanized Sears
and the Steeler,
fence
yeah,
yard.
Sears and the Steeler flag.
Yeah,
There you go.
and they're all, and there will be then a Mary statue in the yard. I noticed that in the backyard is a statue. The Mary
Yeah,
statue.
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's exactly like being in Pittsburgh. I'm turning on to some of my friends on Facebook too. It's like, have you heard about this yet? And yeah. So the band, your brother played in the band with you, right? Like you guys were
in Redstone.
Yeah. Any of the guys going to come down? Are they like?
No, I mean we still hang out. We had to the listening audience here. I'll try to explain it really quick. We had a band in high school for me because I went to Wash High and I graduated in 2008. And we called it Redstone, which was the name of me and my brother's street we live on. So we started in maybe 2005, and we started really playing in 2006, and we kind of disbanded in 2009. But all the guys, my brother still plays with me a lot. He plays more like hand drums now, and he has a drum set as well, so he's always playing. And our other friend, the bass player, he just hangs out and plays football with us now. And then the keyboardist, Patrick McGill, he's doing a lot of cool stuff in music at college. And my friend Jacob Betzner, he's really doing a lot of stuff like in literary and writing for newspapers and stuff while he's in college at Ohio. So he plays some guitar with me at some times. But they're all doing their own things now, but we're all still friends. So
when I saw you play at David's House of Music, then the guys that you had in the band there, other than your brother, were not the guys that were in Redstone. Then
it was kind of different guys. But
was that Dave, the guitar teacher?
Yeah, Dave Roth. Yeah, he played. He's an amazing guitar player.
Yeah.
I think all my songs were sounding blues, blues rock, but that's his specialty. He's awesome at it.
Cool.
And the guy who played bass, his name's Jack Houston. He played on my Silhouette of Steel album. He did all the bass, and he did some vocal parts too. And I mean, I've worked with a lot of really, really great people, I think, and just here in Washington too, and the talent is awesome. So
yeah, the Pittsburgh area in general too. It's just in finding guests to come on the show, I'm always amazed. They go, there's a list of people I haven't even got to yet.
Well, thanks for having me on.
It's just like there's like this list of people that like okay. But yeah, there's so many good singer-songwriters, and we're really lucky to be able to do this.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
There's a lot of talent in the area, and even when I went to Nashville, like, still Pittsburgh has some amazing talent, like Joy Ike. I don't know if you've heard of her music.
She's been on here.
Yeah, just amazing singer and songwriter and piano player, and she's one of the nicest people ever too. And Brooke Annabelle, she's phenomenal talent. I have her CD, and she's really, really, really great. So, there's a lot of people around here that are doing some cool stuff.
Well, I think Dave Pahanish went to Nashville and made it big. That's like as a songwriter to have. They had Toby Keith, Dave Pahanish, Joe West came out of this area, and they went to Nashville, and Joe and Dave, and they co-wrote a bunch of songs for. Toby Keith and
Keith
Urban,
yeah.
And they were all number ones.
I really love his song "Without You" by Keith Urban, who does it. I don't know if you've heard that one, but
no,
I really like it. He does it. He records these songs too, which is really cool. And his versions I like sometimes better than Toby Keith's and Keith Urban's. So
yeah. The what was the tune? The One That Got Away, I think, is another one that was recorded by, thinking the other artist that recorded that. There's another artist that they worked with down there, and that was also number one. So really,
he wrote one. Is that by Jake Owen? One That Got Away.
No, the one Dave Pahanish song. Recorded,
okay,
yeah. Somebody recorded it, and I'm trying to remember the guy's name off the top of my head. But he recorded it, and it's like all these number one hits, country number one hits.
I know, I always say if people want to
look those guys up, man.
Yeah, I will.
Anyway, You want to play another tune?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Well, I might be wearing stylish clothes, we're the life of the party. After all, the bar's closed, but you know me, well, you know me too well. Well, I might say, well, that I keep my dreams inside. I got someone to run to, a beautiful place to hide. But you know me, well, you know me too well. And you got eyes so innocent, well, you talk like a debutante, and you got all you need. I say, girl, you got all you want. Oh, but I know you, well, I know you too well. So lay your guard down, and I will lay down mine. Well, on the streets of fool's gold, before we change our minds one more time, before we change. Well, I know you, and you, well, you know me too well.
Cool. I like that. I like the guitar work on that. That's cool.
Thank you. Yeah, it's kind of more, I don't know, kind of jazzy, maybe.
Yeah.
And
yeah, like a almost ragtime kind of feel to it. You know?
right. We, me and my brother were actually playing that last night. We kind of we sped it up a little bit, and can do that song a few different ways. And I sometimes try to not sing like Louis Armstrong, because I know I can't on that song, but I kind of want to have that real gravelly voice, you know.
Or Tom Waits, huh?
Yeah, Tom Waits. Yeah, either one of them. I mean, I sometimes catch myself because I just want to like go real deep and gravelly, and maybe I should. I don't know, but it wouldn't sound like me. But I get tempted to have too much fun with that one.
So we were talking about Dave Pahanish, and it's Jimmy West Jimmy Wayne was the guy that I was trying to figure out the name of that they'd written that song,
cool.
and he recorded on his record. And then when I was down there doing my record, or before I was doing my record, I went down and Dave was playing at this pizza shop in the base, like downstairs in the pizza shop basement kind of thing, you know, and it was like. It wasn't the greatest gig, you know. I mean, like maybe just like 10 people there or something, you know. But he did that song "American Ride."
I really like that one.
But it was called. Was it American Ride?
American Life.
American Life.
And then they switched it or something.
And they changed the name of it. But he played that song, and my friend who was with me, said. That sounds like a Toby Keith song. Toby Keith has to record that song. And
Your friend said that when you were there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Well, he played basketball with Toby Keith's manager every Thursday.
That's cool.
And he play like, you know, people know, like, hang out, you know, that type of thing, like the not name drop or anything, but, you know, it's like, you have to give me a demo of that. But here it was already on, I guess it was already on hold. But I don't know how it works. They like they'll hear a song and it's already on hold or something.
Right. That's
like
awesome.
Toby or somebody had already. It turned out that then he ended up recording it and it ended up being the #1 hit. But as soon as he heard it, he says, "That's Toby Keith. Toby Keith has to do that song."
That's awesome. Yeah, it sounds like he ran with it. I like Panish's version better, in my opinion. They both sound cool, but I would go for Panish's on that one.
I like that. Yeah, I like Dave's version. I remember hearing him play it out at Club 40. You know, when he was still here. You know, it was like so.
Yeah.
So that's some inspiration, you know. It can happen, you know.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
It's funny. I have one story about since we keep on talking about Nashville here, which is cool. This one girl was telling me about this one kid just played basketball with this regular guy, and every, you know what I mean, every other day he loved playing basketball with this kid. So. It turned out to be Jake Owen. Do you know the country singer Jake Owen? Or
no.
Well, it turned out to be, you know, he's a really, really big star. And he said, though, well, I'm going to get a photo shoot. And he's like, why are you getting a photo shoot? You know what I mean? He's like, well, because I'm kind of a country singer. And he's like, oh, well, good job. Well, just keep on going with it. Maybe you'll get big time. And it turns out he has like 50 million views on YouTube and this and that. He's like, no, I'm kind of a country singer. And he still didn't get it. He's like, oh, well. Keep on going with the good work. So it's kind of funny. Like, he had no idea, and then people told him, like, you were talking to Jake Owen, and they were just, and then he like it dawned on him. It was like, wow.
Yeah, but people when you're down there, you'll see that all the time, and the people that live down there, they don't pay any attention to it. It's only the tourists that want to run up and go like.
Oh, so I know, yeah.
You'll go into a bar and there'll be somebody sitting there drinking. You know, and it'll be so and so, and they're just like one of the people. You know, just it happens all the time. So it's
awesome.
Yeah. I'm just trying to pump you up. That's all. When we're talking about, I'm like, yeah, go.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You're probably already pumped up. You know, like yeah.
Yeah, I'm pumped up.
Yeah. So do you want to play something else? Or
yeah, sure.
Got enough time for probably one more song, and
and
we can wrap it up. And thank you very much for coming in.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Playing and next week we have Pete Bush coming into the studio to play some tunes, and I think we have a couple weeks off during the intercession, and then we'll start back up in February. And so if anybody out there listening in listener land has an interest in coming on and playing live on the radio and talking to me, your boring host, be happy to send me an email to acousticsongslive@gmail.com, and we'll talk about it and get you on. I'll take a listen to your music, and I'd like to. We're in Washington, Pennsylvania, at the Washington and Jefferson College. And what are you going to do for us?
I'll do a new song that we recorded at the Wash Art Studio. So for whoever's listening, if you want to check out Facebook or my website, I'll have free downloads of it coming soon. So we finally have it like mastered, so we're really excited about it. It's called I Gotta Work, so here it is. Well, her love is like a country house, beautiful inside and out. Get shade from a peach tree. It's that good old sun that shine down on me. Well, I know, yeah, I understand. I gotta work to be her man. whatever it is, what I can do. If it's factory work, wearing steel-toed shoes, and if it's adding numbers or sweeping the floor, and if it's this guitar doing a whole lot more, well, I know, yeah, I understand that I gotta work to be her man. Oh, oh, oh. And if she need, well, someone to chase, and if she want, well, a smile on her face, I try my best, well, to do it with grace. Well, I try my best, and I know, oh yeah, I understand that I gotta work to be her man. Well, I know I understand that I gotta work to be her man. Well, her love is like a country house, and she's beautiful.
All right. Like very much. Thanks a lot, Jordan, for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
And you're listening to Acoustic Songs Live, live from here at WNJR in Washington, Pennsylvania, and streaming live at WNJR.org. And we also broadcast at 91.7 FM in Washington. And we'll see you again then next week at Friday at 1 p.m.